You're watching the NLL Flash. I'm Tyson Geick. Jake Elliott of Lacrosse Classified joins me now. Jake, an overtime thriller between the Vancouver Warriors and the Calgary Roughnecks on Saturday night. But let's start here. Rhys Dutch taking on his former team in the Vancouver Warriors right away. What'd you make of his performance, and how do you see him fitting in with the Roughnecks?
Yeah, Rhys Dutch playing for the Calgary Roughnecks. How about that? How weird was that to see? Not only wearing a Roughnecks jersey, but also not wearing his familiar number 10, wearing number 18. Not sure why he picked number 18. I know Curtis Manning wears number 10 for Calgary, so he couldn't have that number. But as far as how he did in his first game as a Roughneck, I think, there was some good, there was some bad there. He had a couple of goals and an assist. Had some open looks, missed the net a couple of times on his shots, and I think maybe he forced it a little bit in overtime there, trying to be the guy to get the winner. And to be honest, I was pulling for him. I was kind of hoping Rhys Dutch would be the guy to get the winner in that game, and that would have been huge for Calgary and for him. But he'll get a chance to do it all over again in Vancouver as he returns home, if you will, to play in Rogers Arena for the first time as a member of the opposition. And it's going to be interesting to see how Dutch does with friends and family in the crowd, and a chance to kind of stick it to his old team on their home floor and maybe break up the party as far as their debut at Rogers Arena. So it's going to be fun to watch Rhys Dutch and that Calgary-Vancouver game.
Dane Dobbie picking up right where he left off, 9 points in this one, but a second half collapse for both him and the Roughnecks cost his team the game. So where did this breakdown come from?
Yeah, how about Dane Dobbie? The guy just doesn't slow down, does he? I think that was a case for Dane Dobbie that he knew he had to be the guy that night. No Berg, no King, no Dixon. And Dobbie knew he had to kind of put the team on his shoulders offensively, and I think he did that for the first half, putting up 9 points in that opening half. But he and the rest of the Roughneck offense kind of dried up in that second half, and in particular in that fourth quarter, and they just couldn't get anything going against that Vancouver D and Aaron Bold. And Vancouver just kind of kept chipping away there and got the winner in overtime. So you got to give them some credit as well.
Oh, and we saved the best for last. Matt Beers, the captain of the Vancouver Warriors, with the OT winner. What do you think of this team's performance, and is this the club that's heading in the right direction?
Yeah, how about Matt Beers, the captain? He gets the winner for Vancouver. He said in a quote post-game, I saw that, nobody was giving Vancouver a chance and they don't care and all that. And, the media's been pretty hard on Vancouver and what their prognosis is for this season and how many wins everybody thinks they're going to get. They got one under their belt, and albeit it comes in a game that doesn't feature Berg, Dixon, King, I mentioned that. Christian Del Bianco not really at his best either in that contest, but give Vancouver some credit. You can only play the competition that's in front of you, and I think they did a good job staying resilient and not giving up on that game. I think you would have seen in years past Vancouver get down 5 goals in the fourth quarter and just say, you know what, maybe this isn't our night. But they kept chipping away, and they finally get the winner in overtime, and it comes from the captain. Going to be interesting to see when they go back home. Calgary obviously going to be a pretty motivated team. Vancouver will be as well, breaking open the new Rogers Arena and hitting the turf there for the first time. So it's going to be a fun game to watch this upcoming week between Vancouver and Calgary as Rhys Dutch makes his return to Vancouver, if you will, and it all kind of ties in nicely for a big game in week 2.
Thanks for watching the NLL Flash. We'll see you next time.